All right, so we're with Dan Crocker of Westminster, West Vermont, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, 25,000 taps there, 42 years of sugaring. He's got a cool new method of connecting a lateral to a main line. Tell me what you got.
This isn't new. We've been doing it for 35 years. I think a lot of other people do it in our area. It just never really caught on. It's 5/16 hollow braid rope, and you tie it to the main line. You can come in at any angle. You can relax it, and you can tighten it in a second. So that's really nice if you want to tighten your lines. Over here, here's one sharp angle. Allows us to come in at any angle. This was some stuff we redid for some people. So it's really nice, it's cheap. Just melt them. You got to get the right ones. They're hard to get. Bascom's actually sells this, the right kind of rope, or you can find it online.
Define cheap. How?
Yeah, they're about it's $55 a roll if you buy it from the company that I get it from. If you buy it in bulk, so if you go to Bascom's, it's probably $75 a roll. It ends up being about 10 or 12 cents. They're 2 foot. You have to melt them. We wrap them around a thing and then melt them with a melter. You can any kind of hot thing. You don't want to cut them. You want to melt them.
Interesting.
And it's 8-strand hollow braid. So most of the hollow braid will be 14 or 16 strand. Doesn't work as well. You want the fewer strands, which means it's the economy model. And they've held up. We've never had anyone. They're made for marine purposes. They're UV protected.
So you got to tie them off.
Yeah,
here.
we tie them with a simple slip knot. And I double twist tie so that won't slide up the main line. If they're perpendicular, I don't worry about that. But anything on an angle.
So again, quick, the advantage is less fittings, so less leaks opportunities, correct?
It's cheaper than a connector, about the same. And the
And then
beauty
you can
is
get
you
these
can
weird
get
angles.
you can get in and get the best drop. So I always find with the connectors hooked on, you kind of have to be perpendicular to the main line to some degree. Whereas these, it doesn't matter. So you never compromise where you want to go into the main line. You go in where you want. And so that's helpful. And I like them. I just put a belt pack on with a bunch of ones that are already been melted 2 foot and just pull them out, tie them. It's a little hard when you first start them. You have to cut it at an angle and thread it through. And occasionally there's a thread will get caught. But once you get used to it, which takes a while, nobody does it right away. They don't like them. People first time through, I don't like these, but if they use them for a while, then this is pretty good. And if you get enough, you don't want to do too little. You want to get a good section. They won't slip, but if you want them to slip, they will. Occasionally, I hit a tree, and it'll relax it. It works good. I've been doing it for a lot of years. So.
Very good. Thanks, Dan.